Breaking news now. We want to go back to the Port of Tampa. 2 workers are trapped on a ship that's docked in the port. Crews are trying to pull the workers out of that ship. One is critical. Fox 13's Stef DiPietrantonio is there on the scene. Steph, what do you know?
Denise, things are still unfolding right now. Tampa Fire Rescue is here trying to extricate 2 of the men, two of several workers, I should say, who were on that ship at berth 201. It's right down the street here behind me, where they're at a steel offloading facility trying to remove some seriously heavy bundles of steel pipes. They were bundled together and one of the bundles came apart. That's my loose interpretation, but Emilio Salabarria with Tampa Fire Rescue can certainly give a better idea of what's going on right now. 2 men trapped as we're speaking?
Yes, sir. Our initial report at 4 o'clock was 8 people trapped, but fortunately some of them were able to self-extricate. So now we're working to free 2 victims right now that are trapped. And yes, you're correct. They were offloading steel pipe that weigh in bundles that weigh about 1 ton each, with about 10 bundles per sling. So roughly 10,000 pounds or so. One of the slings gave way and the load fell partially on the deck of the ship, partially on the dock, and then partially also back inside the hold where most of the men were working to bundle the load in order to get it offloaded onto the dock and then onto the ships. The men were able to scramble to safety, and some of them were able to self-rescue, but there's 2, unfortunately, that are trapped that we're working right now to free and raise up out of the ship hold.
I understand that one of the men's in critical condition. Do we know the condition of the other gentleman? Can you confirm either of that?
Right now, they're guarded. We can't say right now how serious, but we definitely are working feverishly to get them out, and they're going to be taken to the hospital and checked out thoroughly.
How tough is it to get them out of where they are right now, especially with the added destruction of all those pipes falling down?
It's a very difficult situation to work in. It is an unlevel working platform with the pipes, which are round, and your footing will slip, and you have pipes in every kind of direction you can imagine that are also a trip hazard. We have our equipment down there, ropes and other carabiners, and our workers, our medics, and our medical equipment, all trying to work on this victim, on these 2 victims, to get them also pain relief, as well as strap them up and put them on the execution board.
I understand. We were just showing some video of one of the victims being taken out right now. You said it must be an incredible amount of pain with one of these, just what one of these must weigh, trapping you.
Yes, indeed. Fortunately, our medics are able to put some pain relief into the victims so that they're not going to feel as much of the pain as we manipulate them and place them on the long spine boards, the Stokes baskets, and then raise them up out of the hold.
How critical, what is your time frame to get them out of there? Like, how severe are the injuries before they need to really get to the hospital?
A rule of thumb that we like to go by, and it's a nationwide standard, is we have an hour, a golden hour, to get to the victim, get them stabilized, get them transported to the hospital and to definitive care where a medical doctor can continue treatment.
All right, so we know maybe the worst might be out right now, so that's some good news.
It's good news. You're telling me that my helicopter got footage of that. That's excellent. So we're going to work to get the other one out.
Okay, very good. Emilio Salabarria, thank you very much. Tampa Fire Rescue. And of course, as soon as we learn more information, Denise and Mark will bring it to you live here from the port. Back to you.
And Steph, you were saying that this is happening at berth 2 there at the port, but still there's 1 person left to be rescued.
That's my loose understanding right now. Berth 201 here at the port, and that's the ship offloading facility. They were offloading several different, as you heard Emilio talking about, several bundles of steel pipes, Denise, and apparently one of the ones, they're fairly slippery. You're working with a round surface. Apparently the strap that was around them came loose. Some fell into the ship, some fell onto the dock, and some fell against some of the workers. So I can't imagine how terrifying that must have been in such a dangerous job, having those steel pipes come flying at you and then trapping at least 2 of the workers.
Absolutely, and we're watching some pictures right now there at the Port of Tampa Fire Rescue. 8 people, though, amazingly, 8 people at first were involved in this, but most of them were able to get themselves out, as we heard, self-rescue.
Just to put you in a little perspective, Denise, one of the security guards I was talking to said when you're hoisting these things up out of the ships, you're talking about a distance of 50 to 70 feet. Now add the added weight of at least a ton or 10-ton bundle on top of that. I can't imagine what force, what damage there might be also to the actual ship where they're taking this out, let alone what that must feel like against a human body.
And of course, so many questions that we have that we don't have answers for right now, and chief among them, how did that bundle come loose?
You know, it might just be gravity working against somebody and the materials used to strap those bundles of steel together. I'm sure Mr. Salabarria will keep us posted here, and as soon as we learn more, we'll cut back in for you for sure.
Stef DiPietrantonio, thank you so very much.